Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. The great comic Jeff Ross is here.
Thank you.
Out on the road, November 8th, the Tempe Improv. He'll be at a synagogue. He'll be doing a bris
on Sunday.
He's all over the place. He just got man caved. He's got this beautiful New York City apartment, and they just did man caves there. So what's that like?
I said that I go on the road and you come home to this lonely apartment for years.
Yeah.
I go to the Friars Club because all my friends are there. I like the vibe. It's sophisticated. So they said, well, man cave, Friars Club style your apartment.
So that's what they do. Because, again, I had them do it at my house down the shore and here at work. And what they'll do is they'll customize it to your life.
Right.
So it makes you feel fun, happy.
And
so they made it like the Friars Club.
They kind of roasted me through some of the decor.
Oh, yeah?
They had a little bronze statue made of me naked. And they put a spit through it, and it turns on a fireplace.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty great. But they put up paneling, and they made it look like the Friars Club, and they gave me a little poker table and a bar. And
great.
It looks great. It looks really beautiful.
I know.
I've been hanging out, like, in my apartment way more than I normally would.
No, it is. It makes you want to stay there. It's fun.
Yeah, they did a great job, and thank you so much for introducing me to Mike, the producer.
It's funny. Mike Stafford, who produces it, has been a friend of mine for a long, long time. And I don't know. We were out to a late night dinner in New York one night, right? And you said you wanted to. I don't know how it happened, but I said, yeah, I could make that happen, probably.
Yeah, actually, my girlfriend, she said you should have your house redone by one of those home makeover shows, and we mentioned it. And you said, hey, I did that.
I jumped right on top of that.
Yeah, then I was like, I never really thought I was going to get interior decorating tips from Artie Lange.
Well, the kind of tips I give, you're being a model of you is being roasted on. Yeah. Did your girlfriend there, Virginia? I remember that.
Yeah.
How you doing, Virginia? What's up? You guys. So how long you guys been together?
A couple years.
That's good.
Yeah.
You guys are a nice couple.
We're a nice couple.
It's now. Is she good with the lifestyle of a comic? How does that work?
Oh my goodness, she's very understanding. She stays up all night with me, and we write jokes. And
really?
After this, I'll hit the Comedy Cellar.
You can go to the cellar after this?
Oh, yeah.
I do that sometimes with the schedule. John will tell you, I've dragged him over there a couple of times. Because I got, these are my hours now. I'm nocturnal. So I like going over there sometimes do a set.
Of course.
I got off stage at 3 a.m. last Friday night because, plus you see the people that you like, people that make you laugh, and you feel like that's a good way to unwind.
Right. You burn off a little steam, tell a few jokes, eat a hummus.
Right.
That's how I learned how to roast people, by working at the Comedy Cellar, because to use the bathroom there, you have to walk across the front of the stage.
That's right.
So I would just pick off people as they went to take a...
That is a very dangerous walk, to take a leak at the Comedy Cellar. It depends on who's up there. You got to really be careful. I was going to say, when did you realize you were good at roasting like that? When did you realize you had that sort of specific talent?
It sort of stumbled into it. One year they couldn't really get anybody to do the Friars Club roast here in New York. Remember when Whoopi and Ted Danson, they had the blackface thing?
That's right.
So it was so controversial.
That's right. I remember
the following year, they couldn't get any stars to do the roast. So they gave a couple of new guys a shot. And I walked out there. We were roasting Steven Seagal.
Right. And that's a good target.
That was my Yankee Stadium right there, man. Yeah. I was like, wow. I said it was like 2,000 people at the New York Hilton. It's at lunchtime. It's noon. I know.
I've done a few of them. Yeah, it's very those are nerve-wracking gigs too, man. Well, I remember I was living in L.A. at the time, and the first one they televised was Drew Carey.
Right.
And I saw that some guys I knew were going to be doing it, like you and Attell and stuff like that. And I remember being nervous for you guys. I said, "Oh, Jeff, it's a tough spot, blah blah TV." And you went up there like the most seasoned you destroyed. I remember going, wow, it was an aha moment, like, wow, this is going to be a thing now.
Wow, that's great.
Specifically because of your set with Drew. I mean,
Drew Carey is to comedy what Mariah Carey is to comedy.
There you go. and a whole new generation of roast was born. And I can remember thinking about that's a hard spot and everything. And 2 years later, they were nice enough to invite me to do the Hugh Hefner one,
right,
which is like kind of a legendary night now. But to be in a black tie,
right.
That's back when they still did the tuxes because it was Friars.
Right.
And have Hugh Hefner. That was like something to show my grandkids, like a still picture of me roasting Hugh Hefner in a tuxedo.
3 weeks after 9/11 happened.
3 weeks
in New
after
York.
9/11. And you destroyed as always. And of course, that's when Gilbert told the aristocrats joke. And It was kind of a crazy night.
What is the aristocrats joke?
You'd have to. It's too hard to explain right now.
That's come up quite a few times. I'm
yeah.
clueless.
Maybe you would Google it off hours.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, really, why not?
What's the aristocrats joke?
Believe me, Jeff, this is just the tip of the iceberg with him. You have no idea.
No way!
You have no idea.
No, you look good,
I'll have
John.
to
You must
take
spend a lot
a
of
note.
time, grooming your beard, and you barely have time for.
Oh, so busy with
It's a
my
very big
grooming
gig.
habits.
Hey, you got your
I'm gonna write it
detective
down.
wardrobe on from the Law and Order audition.
Right now, right now, you're a hanging curveball, and Jeff is David Ortiz. I we gotta take a break and let Jeff reload a little bit. The Artie Lange Show. Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Again, here with the great Jeff Ross, November 8th at the Tempe Improv in Tempe, Arizona. November 8th through the 10th. The Sixth and I Historic Synagogue in Washington, D.C., Sunday, October 27th. And the Kirby Center for the PAC in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, Friday, October 25th. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. So how often you on the road, man?
Pretty
doing it a lot?
consistently.
Yeah.
I finished up the Oddball Funny or Die thing with Chappelle.
What a
and
great gig that must have
It was
been.
so much fun, and I got the bug, so I just told my agent Stacy, "Let's keep going. I want to do a special this year."
Keep going. Yeah, I'm taping a special in 2.5 months.
Really? Do you know where you're going to do it yet?
A theater in New York. So I don't know the exact venue, but
It's nice when you have a goal that you're working towards.
Right.
Then you really start to hone the material and everything.
yeah, definitely. Because I have all this material from being in rehab and a couple of nut houses. And
Right.
I had some stories from that. And
You should shoot it at a rehab at a nut house.
I tell you, that's not a bad idea. I thought about it. They are good crowds. My last
Live
one.
from Betty Ford. You heard of the Kennedy Center Honors? It's Artie Lange.
Dude, the last one, the last Comedy Central special I did, it premiered while I was in a nut house. And there's a TV, a common area where there's a TV where they all watch. And literally, I didn't know it was coming on, and there was a promo for it. And I said, "Oh my God!" And they all looked at me going, like, "Is that you on there?" I went to my room. You can't lock your door in your room,
Right.
So I sat there and listened to 15 lunatics laugh at my act. In my room, like, ha, 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 ha. And I said, "This is hell. This I'll believe is hell."
Oh, man, that is a strange way to hear your show.
How long does it take for you to get together a special? You did one at the Borgata, I saw, right? Yeah.
Did one at the Borgata a few years ago. So, when you commit, I think it's like, I got to think it's at least a year and a half of your life.
It should be, right. And every one of them, do you try to work roasting stuff into it?
Now I try to meld it all.
Yeah.
I invite at my live shows people up on stage at a certain point.
That's a perfect idea, right.
I speed roast volunteers. Yeah. So if you're out there, you've always wanted to be roasted and you're weird looking or pregnant, you have a civic obligation to walk on stage.
If you're weird looking and pregnant, that's perfect. Now, do you find it hard? I bet most people want to do that, though, right?
They either want it or they want to watch their friends get roasted.
Yeah.
It's like a tar and feathering or something. It's
Well, I could see that. I mean, could you imagine younger guys in their 20s probably would love to see their buddy get roasted. That's a no-brainer.
a lot of times on my shows when I ask people to come on stage, I have to stop the line because 20 people will show up. you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I can't be up there all night like picking off the same dudes in flip-flops. You
Do
try to mix it up a little bit.
they give you an opportunity to you give them an opportunity to roast you?
Oh yeah, sometimes people crush me. It's great.
Do they ever get mad? Anybody ever get legitimately mad, like to where they want to fight you? They just don't get the
No.
joke
No, I get slapped, I would say, at least once.
by a woman.
Yeah,
Hopefully. Yeah.
because they'll come on stage, and they're expecting me to make fun of their big boobs or their outfit, and I'll just make fun of their teeth or hair or something. It just hits them in the wrong way.
No, that is the thing with a woman. Like to make people think she has a good sense of humor. So say, I know this about me, but you go for something that, wait, my teeth are bad too? They have no idea. Yeah, that's when a woman can get a little gnarly.
But they say if you can make a woman laugh at herself, you can make her do anything.
That's for sure.
So you bring her to a show.
That's the secret to a woman's heart. Well, listen, man, I appreciate you coming by, Jeff. I do. I know your time is of the essence here. You got to get to a synagogue tomorrow. Again, the Tempe Improv, November 8th through the 10th. Sixth and I Historic Synagogue in Washington, D.C., October 27th at the Kirby Center in Wellsbury, PA, tomorrow night. And when does your Man Caves air? You know, when it's
I
gonna
don't
air?
know yet, but it's going to be a great episode.
Check out Jeff Ross.
We roasted the goose on the episode, so
That's
you got
right.
to watch it.
Okay, Caroline's right. They roast Tony Saragusa. You get some Man Cave. Look out for that Man Caves episode. And Jeff, thanks, brother.
Artie, thanks for getting the word out, John. It's really nice to
The
meet
great
you.
Jeff Ross. Bring back the burn.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.